Alright, hello everybody, welcome to IA Command. This is TV Boy, and we've got a special video for you all. I've been quite busy with work and with getting those live videos of the tournament from last weekend edited and posted. That takes a lot of my time, so I haven't had a lot of time to do lots of game log reviews like I was doing last week for you guys for Season 8. But I do want to kind of showcase a variety of different Season 8 cards being played and interesting things happening. So I'm going to be going back to a video format that I haven't done in a long time, and that's going to be Skirmish highlights. So I'm going to be taking, I've been going through all the game logs I've gotten so far from week 2 and week 3 that I haven't been able to show you all. And I picked out some of my favorite moments, some interesting things happening with Season 3 that I thought would be fun to look at, and maybe just do one video with a bunch of different games. And let's go. Let's do this. So this first one, we've got a double IG list, IG88 with Cad Bane. And we're just going to kind of speed through this. And I'm realizing that might be kind of loud, so we're going to turn that down. And the thing I wanted to call out here, so we've got IG88 attacking CT, we've got Garcon attacking IG11, and then we've got Cad Bane kind of moving up here. So the interesting thing that happens in this game is we've got Cad Bane in round 2 playing, where is it? Oh, there it is. Just Business. So this is a interesting card. That is played by a scum leader, and for the rest of the round, any other scum figures within 3 spaces of that leader has professional, so you can reroll 1 attack die while attacking, and it's 1 point. So Cad Bane currently playing this card as he is a leader. He's a hunter leader, and not super useful for IG11, but specifically for IG88. Quite powerful to be able to give him that reroll even for just a turn. And actually IG11 does benefit from the reroll as well. It's just you get diminishing returns because he has targeting computer and not professional. So the way it works is if you give a figure that already has professional, it doesn't do anything. So we see IG11 attacking, I believe he was attacking Garcon there, and Garcon is attacking and kills IG11, it looks like. Oh no, sorry, Garcon attacked and killed IG11. IG11 exploded. Now we're going to get to see IG88 come up. He's going to step up with his free movement points, attacks Garcon. So he goes to play Rapid Recalibration here, and then I think he remembers he's got a professional trigger, and we see parry being played to add an evade here. So he's going to reroll that red dice, and then yeah, it kind of gets messed up because he should have then been playing Rapid Recalibration after that before parry was played. So I think he saves it here. But that did give him an extra damage. And now second attack. He can still reroll here, but it looks like he does not want to. But yeah, you get to see. He gets this. That's because he has the kill with Assassinate. So IG88 takes out Garcon, and we got to see. So if you have an IG88 list and you have like a leader like Hondo or Cad Bane, Just Business could be actually pretty good with IG88. Might bring his stock up just a little bit. All right, let's go to the next game here. Just gonna speed on through these. Hopefully I can just load it up and it'll show up in OBS correctly. Yes, okay. So this one we get to see some Super Commandos being played alongside Jet Troopers. So we've got Jet Troopers with the Vader's Finest attachment, and then Super Commandos without any attachment. They're playing against a Krennic Stormtrooper Swarm list. And I don't believe there's any Season 8 cards in this list other than Field Promotion, which got discarded for Rule by Fear, it looks like. Alright, so we got Call the Vanguard being played here. This is from Gar Saxon. Oh, this is into Gar Saxon from Iden Versio. So Gar Saxon takes 5 damage there. Iden activating and kills Gar-Saxon with the second attack. Gar-Saxon has 8 health. You guys can see that. And I'm going to get to the part where we see the Super Commandos activating. So we've got the Troopers trading fire here. Jet Troopers doing a lot of damage with that focus from Vader's Finest, also getting a lot of movement points. Alright, so here's the one I wanted to show off. So we've got Super Commandos activating. Opens the door. There's a Super Commandos card there. Opens the door, targets this Stormtrooper. So that was with the rocket. So what he did was he opened the door, he took a move action, spent 2 of the movement to shoot the rocket at the Stormtrooper for 2 damage. And the other one's going to move up here, just going to move 1 space, not using the rocket, just attacking. And we're looking at 3 damage, pierce 1. Now, I think the Super Commando player forgets that they have a reroll, because I did not see the yellow dice get rerolled there, and he definitely could have gotten either the same result or better. Because if he rolls 1 surge, that's surge for +2, so he would have been doing 3 damage, and that would have actually killed the Stormtrooper, or at least forced the Zillow discard. And then he gets him down to 1 health without a Zillow discard, and then he goes for the rocket here. Now, I think what he was thinking was, well, I've got him down to 1 health. Let's just go ahead and leave it like that, and then we'll use the rocket to finish him off. But the rocket does have that 1 out of 6 chance to miss. So just kind of wanted to show off the Super Commandos, what they were doing there. But the Jet Troopers also doing a lot of work in this game with focus. You can see one of them is going to focus up here. Sorry, this is Thrawn. And this is actually a rare appearance for Moff Gideon. So there we see the Jet Trooper already up against the wall, able to use the Vader's Finest action to focus and then attack with the focus. And doing quite a bit of damage there, even through the triple block. Fortunately, without Gar-Saxon, doesn't get to make use of those extra surges, but then able to just move 4 spaces away with that free 2 movement and then 2 movement from the Vader's Finest. And we see another focused attack from the Jet Trooper here. And you can see how good they are with Vader's Finest, able to get focused attacks and getting a lot of free movement combined with their flyby ability. Alright, let's go to the next one. We've got another game here. And I'm not showing these in any particular order, they're just how they're ordered as save files in my folder. Alright, so here we've got a Rogue One list on the left playing off. And by the way, I should mention the lists on your screen probably are not matching the side of the screen they're on. It's just because I don't want to have to toggle them each time I upload a new game. So we've got a Rogue One list that has all the Rogue One figures: Baze, Chirrut, K2, Cassian, and then we've got Hera and Saw Gerrera along with 3PO and Gideon. And we've seen another double IG list. I think this is the same player we saw in the last one, or the one before this. So I do want to get to a section here, mainly showing this off so I can show off Baze attacking. And here we go. We see Baze doing a focused attack here with that power token he had, doing 6 damage to the HK-47 there, and then gets 2 block tokens because IG and HK-47 have line of sight to him. And now we're going to see him perform an attack here. Actually going to do a long range attack on, let's see. So he's going to swap out his damage block tokens for damage tokens. We'll put his card up. So he's actually going to take the range 7 shot at IG-88 from there. And he has +2 accuracy built in, and with the bonus accuracy from Hera, able to get that shot and deal 6 damage to IG from range 7. Now taking an unfocused shot, same target, range 7, and again with that +2 accuracy built in, he's able to make range and deals another 2 damage. I think that was it, but there, although I guess I should show this off, there was something else funny that happened in this game. We saw Cassian comes out, and we actually see HK47 take a attack on Cassian with Wild Attack to add a red and a white. So normally this is really good with HK47's ability. This is not Season 8, but I just thought this one was kind of interesting. Let's see. So normally he's really good because he has that -1 dodge to the defense results on all of his attacks. So Wild Attack, really good with him, since you don't have to worry about that dodge from that extra white die, except when they roll 2 dodges, because that's only -1 dodge for Conclusion, his ability. Of course, thankfully he did have the heightened reflexes there to get rid of one of the dodges, so he didn't have to deal with it, but he had to play it. So I thought that was interesting. All right, next game. We're just kind of speeding through these because I got to get going soon. We've got, let's see. Hope this is interesting for everybody to kind of see it in this like abbreviated form. You don't get as much as the story, the Ludo narrative as they call it, but all right, so this one, looking at my notes here. Okay, this is not the right one. All right, so we've got Super Commandos, this time wielding the Vader's Finest attachment up against some more Baze and Chirrut along with Garkon and CT-1701. And we're going to start off the action pretty quick here on Secure Munitions. Once we have CT moving up in a bit of a vulnerable spot there, and these Super Commandos are now able to activate, thanks to their mobile, able to go through that difficult terrain and attack CT using the Vader's Finest action to perform an attack and then gain 2 movement points. Gonna play Tools for the Job, so didn't get a chance to focus though, so they're not focused yet. And CT does have 3PO next to him. This is Tools for the Job, adding a red to the blue and the yellow. No reroll there. Does get the Pierce 1 though, so got 5 damage going through into CT. The other one now going to come up and going to attack. Rerolls the yellow with that professional ability. Loses the surge to 3PO, but gets that Pierce 1 again, so he's doing 2 damage. Gonna play Assassinate for +3. That leaves CT at 1 health left, and then with the free 2 movement points from Vader's Finest, Commandos can actually spend that for their jetpack rocket, and so he's going to go for the final point of damage here with that, and he gets it. So leaves that Super Commando out in the open, but able to use that free movement, 2 movement from Vader's Finest. Quite the combo with the jetpack rocket. I think there was one other thing here I wanted to look at. Oh, we've got something interesting with Mara. So we do have Mara Jade in this list with Baze and Chirrut. Baze is going to come out and perform an attack on the Super Commando for 3 damage. Chirrut going to do another 3 damage with his attack. We've got Purge Troopers mixing it up. Going with Garkon. Death Blow deals 4 damage. Brutal Cleave to finish off the Super Commando. And then we've got the Purge Trooper attacking Garkon. Garkon plays Furious Charge as command card. When he takes 3 damage, you can play it to ready his command card. Able to kill the Super Commando. Interestingly, the CT player, after that losing that figure, wanted to concede right there, but he does make quite a bit of a comeback here. Going after Garcon. Alright, let's get to the interesting part here. There we go. We've got Mara Jade using Fast Learner to play Turret's command card, Light Bow, for a ranged attack with a blue, a red, and a green, with a surge for Pierce 4 and an innate plus accuracy on the Purge Trooper from a ways away. And stops the surge, so it does 6 damage. And they have 8 health. So I thought that was interesting to see Mara doing that. And let's see, is there anything else in this game? Yeah, there's an interesting moment here with Call the Vanguard. So we've got a Super Commando here playing Call the Vanguard to perform an attack. Did not move yet, so just doing the attack, which means he can move after he attacks. Garcon has 5 health left, so let's see what happens. And a built-in +1 block. So gonna re-roll. Oh, sorry, he should have 3 health because they accidentally undid some damage he took earlier, so he's got 3 health left. So right now he is taking 1 damage. Not gonna re-roll. Gonna use heightened reflexes. So that is doing the 3 damage he thinks he needs. But I believe there is a... Oh, Dying Lunge. No, he shouldn't have done that. He realizes he has parry. So the Garcon player plays parry, stops the surge, and so is only taking only taking 1 damage. Yep, so takes 1 damage. So he now has 2 health left. Now what the Super Commando player could have done here is, with the movement points from Call the Vanguard, Jetpack Rocket says once per figure per round you can spend 2 movement points to choose a hostile figure, blah blah blah, it suffers damage. It's not once per activation, and it's not like a use during your activation effect. You can actually spend any movement points you get with Jetpack Rocket immediately to use it, even if it's out of activation movement points. It's worded that way, and this is the same with Boba Fett's abilities. It's worded that way intentionally so that you can use cards like Hit and Run and Urgency and Opportunistic, all of which would not be usable with anything that says during your activation you may, because during your activation abilities cannot interrupt actions, and with special actions that give movement points you need to spend those movement points immediately. All that to say, Jetpack Rocket is very flexible. Compare that to Shield Gauntlet on the same card. It says once during your activation you may spend 1 movement point to gain 1 block token. You cannot use movement points from special actions or out of activation movement points to use Shield Gauntlet. That was worded very intentionally that way, again, because it's too easy otherwise to just spam it and always have a bunch of block tokens on these guys. We want to make sure that they're just doing it with their normal move action to do that. So anyway, just wanted to point that out, that Jetpack Rocket's probably more flexible than you think it is, and when you can spend the movement points to use it. So definitely keep that in mind, because he could have gone with the because he doesn't have initiative here, so he could have gone with, or no, he does, but could have gone with, and I don't think it matters anyway, because one of his other figures is just going to come down and kill him here. So but he could have gone with the Jetpack Rocket and tried to finish him off with the 2 damage on the blue dice. Was there anything else here? There's an interesting case here with Baze. So we see Dying Lunge played by Garcon there. And Gideon finishes off this guy. I'm just going to skip ahead to the important part. You did get to see Chirrut did some damage there. He did 4 damage. And where we go? Focus Baze. Here we go. Baze is going to attack with a focus here. He is able to save the Super Commando with Zillow technique. However, the Baze player says in the chat he just remembers that he actually had heavy fire in his list, and I just wanted to mention this because since he did have heavy fire, Base could have totally used heavy fire to kill that trooper that had 1 health left. You can choose the target. Heavy fire does not say choose another figure besides the target. You can absolutely choose hostile figure within 2 spaces of the target space. That includes the target itself. So heavy fire is a fantastic counter to Zillow technique, and he could have actually killed the super commando here, but he didn't, and I think that's just due to a common misconception about heavy fire, that it's kind of like a pseudo blast, so you can't deal damage to the target. You absolutely can, and you don't even have to hit. You don't even have to make accuracy. You point your gun at somebody. If you're a vehicle or heavy weapon, you point your attack at somebody. No matter what happens, you can exhaust heavy fire and ping them for 1 damage, and then ping something else for 1 damage too. So I just wanted to mention that because I think it's important for people to know, and that's why heavy fire is seeing a lot of more competitive use lately than it has in the past, I think. All right, well, I didn't get through all the game logs I wanted to, but I think I'm gonna have to call it here and come back and maybe do another one. But that's it for highlights. We're gonna do another week 2 and 3 highlights, I think, after this, and hopefully you guys get to see that. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed these skirmish highlights from season 8.